now you got a lot of days off. How you sense you're going to spend that time?
Rest, take care of the body. A couple guys banged up. It'll be good to heal up, get ready for playoffs. But we got to approach it just like we have all season. We're going to practice hard, intense. Maybe a couple days in a row, day off. Practice a couple days in a row, day off. So, we have stretches where we play Friday, Saturday. Don't play again for a week. It's just a little bit longer. We got to have that same intensity. Maybe, pick it up a step and be ready to go once we start up.
Suffer me for not knowing the answer to this. Have you ever had a bye in your playing career before?
Good question. I don't think so.
Okay.
That's the three though. Those are tricky. So we're obviously happy to not have to do that.
Yeah. Is it when you guys have had so much intensity, focus these last 4+ months, especially, but like this time off could be 9 days off, could be 10 days off. Like, is there a balance between keeping that intensity at the level that you guys have created, but also getting some rest?
Yeah. We're all professionals. I think we all know that it's not just vacation time, and we're all ramping it up. We can kind of feel the energy in the room starting to change a little bit. The last couple practices, you can feel it around. It's just go time. Once we get ready to go here, I think our practices will be pretty intense, like I said, and everyone's just so excited. The regular season's great, a lot of fun, but this is what we play for. So we got a good group, a good culture in there, and we went through it all last year. So once game one comes around, we'll be ready to go.
I know you're not going to answer this question, but I'll ask you anyway. 4 teams that you could potentially face for the divisional semifinal would be Colorado, Abbotsford, Bakersfield, or Calgary. Those are your potential opponents. Do you have a preference which one you might face?
Like that honest answer is no. We focus on what we do in our room. Whatever team it happens to be, we're going to be ready to go. We're going to prepare, and you can't really have a preference in that type of sense. And if you're worried about the other team, I don't think that's a good thing. So we got to worry about ourselves, do what we do that makes us a good team, and focus on that.
Andrew, the final result tonight really didn't do anything for you guys, but you clearly still wanted to win the game. I was curious what the conversation was like in the locker room before you guys came out and had this really awesome third period.
We're all competitors in there. It wasn't the start we wanted. Obviously, it didn't go our way there at the start, and we were pissed off, and that's how we went out and played and responded, and I think we took the game over there the second 2 periods, and obviously we didn't get to win, but I think we proved to ourselves, as we had before in the past, that we're never out of a game, and if we just keep playing our game and play relentless like that teams are eventually going to break, and we're going to be able to score some goals. So we don't want to do that ideally, but it's nice to know in the back of our head if we do find ourselves in that situation that we have the confidence to come back and win the game.
It's kind of, I'm sure you guys want to go in for the postseason with any sort of momentum. It seems like you guys kind of got that with the third period, would you say?
Yeah, for sure. I think the last few games we've kind of done that, and we're just trying to build some chemistry here, stay focused, stay ready, and I think we've done a good job.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, man.
Thanks, Classy.
Let's go. Nice.
Yeah, see you in the playoffs.
Stretch it out. Did Evan ask you about doing the podcast again?
He's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow. He said you guys are off tomorrow. You would be a guest. That's what I was referring to.
Yeah. No, it's fine, brother.
You guys have on Tuesday? Good. Okay. Well, that's good.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while
Sounds
since we
good.
had you on. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Keep it up.
Yeah. First off, welcome back. I don't think we've talked to you since you've been back.
Thanks.
But great to have you back, and look forward to what should be a real fun postseason. Tonight, you guys, we talked about with Pompey, you guys got down early, but found your way back into the game. How important do you think that was as you guys head into the postseason? You guys continue to fight in a game that really didn't matter to you guys in terms of whether you won or lost.
Yeah, obviously not the start we wanted to get off to, going down 3 there, but like you said, I think we showed the past 2 nights that going into playoff time knowing that we can score when we're down like that and we're never out of the game. So yeah, like Potsy said, it's not what we want, but it is nice to know that we never give up.
Was it, he talked about you guys being upset and wanting to kind of remedy how you guys played in the first couple periods. Is that how you would describe the locker room going into the final period?
Yeah, I think we're definitely pissed off after the first with how we came out in front of the fans and how we played in the first period. And I think even in the second, I thought we played a lot better. We kind of dominated, had a ton of shots. Obviously, their goalie played great. I think the second and third we were really good, and yeah, it was nice to come back. But obviously, would have liked to win in the shootout, but you never know in the shootout. So yeah.
You obviously had this great run with the shootout. Where are you in terms of your confidence level in the shootouts now? I mean, is it the same? Has it remained the same basically? I mean, I know you kind of stuck with what was working for you, right?
Yeah, I think it's fine. It is what it is. I stuck to the kind of same way going in there, but yeah, shootouts don't matter anymore. So not something that's crossed my mind at time.
Yeah, of course.
To borrow from Andrew's mention about your time with the Kraken, yeah, welcome back, man. We've spoken since then. What'd you take from that? What do you feel you're bringing back here from your experience here in the desert?
Yeah, definitely an amazing experience up there playing in the NHL. It's the best league in the world, and you learn every night how you can't take a shift off, how good everyone is up there, and they'll expose you if you're not working. So definitely learn a ton of things from the coaches and teammates up there. And, yeah, just looking to bring that back here for the big postseason run here.
I asked Potsy about now the stretch of days off, or at least off from games. That's a while, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's upwards of like maybe 10 or 11 days. It stretches that far. How do you envision yourself making use of that time? And I guess I'll ask the same question about how do you think the team can make use of that time?
Yeah, I think just practicing how we always do. We practice really hard. We battle hard with each other. We push each other a ton in practice. We're a really competitive team. So yeah, we definitely don't take any practices off. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of time off, and we don't want to be rusty when we come back. So I think just working hard in practice is going to be huge.
Getting yourself back, Shane, Ryan, and now today Riker Evans coming back. I think we expect all those things to happen, but just to hear you say it, I mean that's a major boost or reboost for the Birds now for the postseason. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely. Ton of great players come back. Obviously, Reich's coming back huge for our back end. He's a great player and a great guy, and he's huge for our team. So yeah, it's definitely nice.
Okay, this is like your first postseason in the American Hockey League. Do you have any real expectations? I would imagine you guys probably are figuring it's just more of the same what you guys have already dealt with this season, or is there something different than that?
Yeah, I think just playoffs in general, the intensity is heightened, and obviously no one wants their season to end, so everyone's giving it their all every shift, and every little play matters even that much more. So yeah, I'm definitely expecting a higher level of intensity for sure.
All right, thanks, man.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you in the playoffs.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Coach.
Ladies?
Gonna have to double check my Minnesota math on this. Last season, the Firebirds' inaugural year resulted in 103 regular season points. Year 2, which we've now reached the conclusion, obviously, the regular season journey, 103 points.
Is it really the same?
Surprise you?
Does it surprise me? Those are two remarkable numbers. So, but I don't know. It doesn't surprise me necessarily. Our team had similar goals to the previous year in terms of how many games we wanted to win, and 103 points is. Last year, I think we had 48 wins. This year, 46. 2 less, but same amount of points. Both remarkable years for the guys and for the team.
I've got this window of time off. Kind of intimated last time. I saw you talked about it a little bit. Have you ever had a bye? I went through the coaching record, Dan Bilesma, and the playing record, but I didn't know if I ever found a bye. Had one?
In Charlotte, we had a bye.
Okay.
3 years ago, 2 playoffs ago, we had a bye there. I've had a couple of lengthy layoffs both as a player and a coach. So 12 days as a player, I think was my longest one.
Okay.
And as a coach, I can't recall, but I've had a couple 8 days, 9 days, 10 days. Right now, we're uncertain whether we have a Wednesday, a Thursday, or a Friday start. So we are going to have to wait at least through the weekend to get an opponent. But we know at least it's going to be Wednesday's 9 days. It's at least 9 days.
Given that it's quite a bit of experience then with such time off, what are some of the things, maybe 1 or 2 of the most important things that you've learned as a coach or a player on how to make the best use of that time?
I can tell you that I am not going to feel certain that what we come up with will be the right answer. That's what it is. It's an unsettling and it's an unnerving to have 8 days, 9 days, 10 days off, and you welcome the rest, but you're anxious a little bit about that amount of time off and keeping the players at speed, keeping the players at a level. That's a tough one to try to figure out. Our schedule for the first 4 days is set. For players know what's going to happen in the next 4 days. Probably 5 and 6 are set as well, but once we see potentially where we're going to go and who we're going to start against, might adjust days 6 and 7 or 5 and 6 and 7 in that range. But you really just want to keep your team fresh. You want to keep your team at a high level. You want to keep your team at a high battle level, and practices in day 4 and 5 will try to replicate game speed and game action. We're sure to have some type of scrimmage, 5 on 5, probably day 5 or day 6. 3 or, depending on the schedule and our travel, 3 to 4 days before the first game, try to replicate some type of game scrimmage, 5 on 5. So it's too much to contemplate for the coach. I'll say that.
Something else to contemplate is 4 different potential opponents.
Yes.
All of which you played readily, obviously, last year, this year. How do you prepare? I know as it gets closer, you'll get a better sense, but how do you prepare for starting tomorrow for 4 different potential opponents?
Well, the sense of like we've already done some of it. You know, I think the teams that were capable of playing Colorado and Abbotsford, Bakersfield, Calgary, are the 4 teams that we could possibly play.
Yep.
You know, we played them all enough to have a scout on them already. We've already, you know, put that together. The next 4 or 5 days, we're not going to know for sure, and we're not going to go in depth on every of those 4 teams in the next 4 days waiting for it. We'll get a sense after the Wednesday start of those series, and most of them play on Friday as well. So by Friday, you might have an opponent, or you might have a good idea who the opponent's going to be, and we can narrow our scope a little bit more. They all end on Sunday, so you know we'll do a lot of waiting to see up until that point, and then get focused on it.
Is there one that you prefer to play? What's worth asking? You might give an answer. You never know.
No, no. There's
Or you could try the inverse. Is there one that you prefer not to play?
no. There's no answer for that one.
Okay, it's worth a shot.
I made a mistake answering that question one time.
Say you get stuck. Yeah,
And-
that one.
And to the best of my ability, I answered it like, no, play either one, and got chopped up and somehow got put on a bulletin board. So I'm not going to be, you know, we'll look forward to whoever we get to play.
I'll ask lastly, this is something you could put on your own bulletin board. I know I was a little surprised, all these AHL awards and teams came out in recent days. Nary a Firebird to be found on the all-rookie team, AHL first or second team, the goaltending award, there might have been one other one bestowed. It was like, just had Logan Morrison in here. I mean, the candidates abound. Cole Lind, fantastic season. Meanwhile, your divisional opponents received several nods, multiple, at least across all 3 of those teams, the rookie teams. Is that something that,
I took personally.
or your team? You should.
I should.
Oh, well, you guys obviously the best record in your conference. You had the most goals. You had the fewest goals allowed in your conference. I mean, the accolades go on. So I think there would be some representation.
Yes, I noticed. And yes, I take it personal. You didn't need to ask the question. We already talked about it. We, as in yes, and you mentioned a lot of guys who had great seasons. You know, Cole Lind is up there in points. Max. You know, our goaltender, our rookies, Shane Wright, and Mo. Yep, we feel like there was plenty of candidates to put in there, and not only from an individual standpoint, from a team standpoint. Second best record in the league, and would think that would get a nod.
Coach, specifically about tonight's game, you guys come back second day in a row, down 3 goals. Have to ask, you know, what was the vibe in the locker room in that second intermission, and what was said to get you guys fired up to make that rally?
Yeah. Well, I think like last night and tonight, I think it's a good feeling from your team that we really haven't been a come from behind team a lot this year. So to be able to do it last night and come back and score late and then score in overtime and get the win and tonight, you know, down 3 and it wasn't said after the second, it was said after the first. And I thought our second was, really good, 19 shots to 3, I think, in the second period. A lot of how we want to play was in that second period. We didn't score, but shots were 24 to 8, I believe, after the 2 periods. So it's good to get that feeling that you can come back in a game, and when you need a goal late, to be able to get one late is a good feeling for the group. I don't like the feeling of sitting, not playing guys. Last night and again tonight, some guys, didn't play in the game. I hate that it gives the feeling to the game that it's not important. And I think both last night and this night we fought a little bit of that. That wasn't our best in the first period in either nights, and from a battle level, compete level, wasn't at where it needs to be. And the guys all know that, and I think they responded last night, they responded tonight, and that was responded in good form.
See you when we see you.
Yeah.
On the flip side, let's turn the record over.
Yeah. Flip the record over.